Why does your cat proudly drop a dead
Meow?
mouse, a bug, or
what's
some
that?
strange object at your
you
feet?
brought me a gift.
Like a gift
Thanks,
you never
I think.
asked for. To many owners, that moment feels disgusting,
God.
confusing, and a little frightening
What
because
is
the cat
that?
looks calm while presenting something
Bro.
humans immediately label dirty. But in the cat's mind, this is rarely a random act of horror, and it is almost never done to shock or punish you. What you are seeing begins with one of the deepest parts of feline nature, the hunting system that shapes movement, focus, excitement, and reward. Even indoor cats keep this ancient pattern alive because stalking, grabbing, carrying, and delivering are not habits learned from humans, but instincts built deeply inside. When a cat catches something, the event does not end at the capture, because carrying the prize somewhere meaningful
hey, you're
is
back.
part of the
What
full
do you have
sequence. That is why your living room,
Meow.
hallway, bed, or doorstep can become the final stage of a hunt your cat considers important. To you, it looks like a mess arriving indoors, but to your cat, the object may feel like valuable proof of skill. Some cats bring real prey,
You know
while
what
others
these
bring
all have in
toys,
common?
socks,
Yes,
hair
you're
ties,
absolutely right.
paper scraps, or anything that can
Oh, I
stand
see.
in for
It's not about
captured
the
treasure.
toy.
The
It's about
difference
you
in
bringing it
object
to
does
me.
not change the
Yeah,
deeper
just like
pattern
that.
very much,
Yes,
because
okay,
the
I get it
behavior
now.
often centers on capture, possession,
Meow.
and presentation. One reason
What is
cats
that?
do this
A trophy?
is simple display,
Did you-
a way of
did you
showing
find
what they
this?
found, caught, or controlled in their environment. Predators are not only driven to hunt, they are also wired to attend closely to the results of successful action and treat them seriously. So when your cat places something right in front of you, the message may be less about gore and more about significance. It is as if the cat is saying, "This mattered, I got it, and now I am bringing it where it belongs." Another layer
hello.
appears when
What
the
do you
owner
have
becomes
there?
part of the cat's social world, not just a food source, but a trusted member.
Meow.
Cats may seem independent, yet they still build relationship maps. And those maps decide where they rest, seek safety, and deliver meaningful things. If your cat sleeps near you, follows you, watches you eat, or calls for you, then you are already inside that map. From that perspective, bringing prey or objects home can become a social act because the owner
what's
is
that you
treated
got
like
there?
part of the home group. Some
Meow.
behavior experts describe this as sharing, not in a human moral sense, but in a practical, instinct-colored feline sense. The cat may not be thinking about generosity the way people do, yet the act can still carry a form of offering. Your cat caught
for
something
me?
valuable in its own world, then chose to bring that valuable thing toward a bonded,
present?
familiar presence.
Thank
That
you.
choice
You're
matters
so
because
good.
cats do not deliver their important captures to every corner equally, and they do not present them to strangers the same way. The owner becomes the audience, the safe destination, and sometimes even the emotional center of the entire carrying behavior. There is also a possibility that the cat is showing competence,
what I found
almost
for
like
you.
demonstrating ability through action rather than through affection alone. Cats often communicate
see.
through placement, the body position, timing, and repeated routines, not through dramatic signals that humans instantly understand. So the dropped mouse may function like evidence, a concrete statement that the cat can hunt, handle, and control meaningful things. In multi-cat situations, animals observe one another's actions closely, and successful hunting can affect status, confidence, and movement within shared space. A human household changes the form of that world, but it does not
Meow.
erase the cat's
Oh,
instinct
you want
to
me to look
display
at that?
useful success. That is why some cats seem especially proud afterward, pacing, vocalizing, or lingering nearby instead of hiding the object
Oh,
and leaving.
a
The cat
present?
may be waiting for recognition,
me?
attention,
That's so
or simply a
sweet.
shared
I
moment
love it.
around something it considers important, not disgusting. Another interpretation involves caregiving behavior, because some cats treat their humans like oddly capable companions who still seem strangely helpless in cat terms. Humans do not hunt with teeth, do not stalk properly, and often open food without catching anything,
Hey, thanks,
which
buddy.
can look ridiculous to cats. From that feline viewpoint,
Meow.
the owner may seem loved, central, and safe, yet still not especially competent at obtaining prey. So bringing home a catch can resemble a rough form of care, almost like helping someone who belongs to
what
you.
is that?
This does not mean your cat
What are you
literally
doing with
believes
that
you are a
thing? Get it
kitten,
away
but the
from me.
emotional logic can still lean protective. The cat may respond to attachment by mixing bonding with instinct, creating a behavior that feels nurturing in feline terms. That is why the same cat that curls beside you softly at night may also place a beetle beside your pillow. To humans, Those actions feel emotionally opposite, one tender and one alarming, yet both can emerge from connection and comfort.
Not inside.
Your cat is not separating love and hunting as sharply as you do, because feline behavior bundles survival and relationship differently.
Oh, what's this?
The home itself strengthens
for me?
pattern. Since home is where safety,
Thank
scent,
you.
ownership, and attachment then all come together most strongly. When a cat carries something back into the house, it is often bringing that object into the center
what
of
I
its secure
got
world.
you.
And if you are the emotional anchor of that world, the drop-off point naturally
you're
moves
so
closer to your
proud.
body and space. That is why gifts often appear near shoes, beds, couches, doorways,
Chirp.
desks,
Chirp.
or places
hey
where the owner
there.
regularly settles. Those locations are not random from the cat's
what did you
perspective.
do?
Not because
You're
they
so
are rich with your
funny.
scent, routine,
Playtime again?
and social importance. Toys can reveal this especially clearly.
Oh, God.
Because there is no real
What
prey
is
involved.
that? Get it away
Yet
from
the
me.
same proud delivery pattern appears. A cat that drags a plush mouse to your
Meow.
lap is following a similar script, only with a safer
no.
object. The emotional tone
Oh
may
my
still
God.
include excitement, invitation, possession, and a desire to involve you in the moment somehow.
What?
Sometimes the cat also
I'm
wants the hunt to
sorry.
continue,
I didn't
which is
mean
why
to
it
scare
may drop
you.
the toy, stare,
Meow.
then pounce again. That sequence shows the object is not always the whole
Look
point,
what you
because the
did.
social interaction around it can be rewarding too. With real prey, however, the behavior can feel
Meow.
more intense because the object carries smell, motion history, and visible consequences that can trigger fear or disgust in owners, especially when the cat appears relaxed, pleased, or completely unaware of the human reaction. But your cat does not naturally understand
You've
those
got it,
human
little
moral
hunter.
emotions because it is acting
Meow.
inside a different behavioral logic. If you scream, panic, or punish harshly,
Okay, ready to play?
the cat usually
Let's
will
get
not
that
connect
feather.
your reaction to a meaningful wrongdoing.
Meow.
Instead,
Good job.
it may
Now let's
only
go for
learn
the
that
ball.
approaching you after a hunt becomes unpredictable, which can
You
create
got it.
confusion
Good
without
job.
truly changing instinct. That is why dramatic
Meow.
punishment is usually ineffective. And
You
it can
got
also
it.
damage trust around a behavior rooted in
Good
attachment.
job, little
a
buddy.
calmer response works better, even if you feel shocked, because your goal is cleanup and redirection, not emotional revenge. First, remove the object safely and quietly, much while keeping your body language as neutral and steady as possible around the cat. Then think about the energy behind the behavior, because you are not only managing mess, you are managing
Good girl.
instinct.
You
Cats
brought
need
me the
outlets for
toy.
stalking,
Chirp.
chasing, grabbing,
No,
and
sweetie.
carrying,
You're staying
especially when
inside.
their natural
Let's play with your
predatory system
toy.
has strong
Meow.
daily activation.
That's a good
Without
boy.
proper outlets,
Look at this.
that energy will still search
You
for
stay
expression,
close.
and real animals or household objects can become the chosen
Meow.
targets. Interactive play helps because it imitates the emotional
Come
rhythm
play
of hunting,
inside, kitty.
not just random movement for
That's
a
a
few
good
seconds.
girl.
A feather wand, moving lure, rolling ball, or hidden treat game can redirect
You're
the
safe
pattern into
inside,
safer,
little one.
owner-guided
Let's play
forms.
here where it's
The
quiet.
best sessions include watching, crouching, chasing, catching, and a satisfying finish, because incomplete play often leaves the cat hanging. That final catch feeling matters
Oh.
more than many owners realize, since predatory
I
frustration
understand
can keep
now.
the system seeking
Thank
closure
you.
afterward. Daily play also changes the relationship, because the owner becomes part of a healthy hunting ritual instead of only cleanup duty. Now the cat is not just delivering
brought this
strange
back.
trophies, it
Good
is also
boy.
sharing controlled success with you
Mro.
during structured activity. If your cat often brings real animals home, reducing unsupervised outdoor time can lower opportunities for hunting significantly. Keeping the cat indoors more often or supervising outdoor access does not erase instinct, but it reduces live capture chances. That environmental change is practical, because training alone rarely overpowers a strong and self-rewarding hunting sequence once it begins. Some owners feel guilty limiting outdoor freedom, yet safety matters for the cat, local wildlife, and the household environment too. So the goal is not to shame the cat for being a cat, but to guide the instinct wisely. Once you understand the behavior, the gift stops looking purely creepy and starts looking deeply feline, purposeful, and emotionally layered. Your cat may be showing skill, seeking connection, offering care, inviting interaction, or simply bringing success back to shared territory. In other words, the strange prize on your floor is often less an insult and more a window into your cat's inner world.